Howdy folks, welcome to episode 60 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. This is going to be a pretty long one since we have two long quests in the episode, Salt in the Wound and Branches of Darkmeyer. We're also doing the Thok saga. Nothing else to report, so let's get to it. Archaeology 109. Should be getting a Dungeoneering level here soon too. Okay, this should be Dungeoneering 98. Here we go, Dungeoneering 98. Alright, about to do Thok. I guess Deadliest Catch was after this one, but we already completed that one out of order. Today might be a little bit weird, since Salt in the Wound might be a longer quest. I'm not sure I can do both that and Branches of Darkmeyer, but we'll figure something out. It's just kind of weird pacing at the moment. Control Thok, a Frenetic Warrior. Thok heals damage and recovers adrenaline by killing enemies. Bosses provide greater health and adrenaline boost than normal enemies. Thok can eat food raw. That's cool. Barbaros and Thok are brothers. Okay. Creature caught between dimensions. That's Thok, isn't it? Stomp is invulnerable. It's cool to immediately start you with this boss. It's one of the more annoying bosses in the game, though, to be honest. Thok's sword not working? Okay. You don't get the timing just right in this fight. You just basically have to start all over with the rocks falling. Arm smart. Thok would have just hit it. This is an interesting way to explain this boss fight to anyone who hasn't gotten this far yet in Demonheim. Oh, that's annoying. I might fail because of having to run all the way around the rocks there. Get it? One more round of this shit. Working on it, Thok. Hold on. Oh no! Did I die at the very end? It's cool. I like that they've now done twice this idea of starting as one character and then switching perspectives to a different character. Get it, Thok. Thok's trophy bag. Stomp's head. Okay. Face countless monsters. What is weight and raw fish? Oh yeah, maybe this is essentially like a big boss tutorial. It's kind of like Night at the Theater. That was easy. Shadow Forger's eye to his trophy bag. Was he talking to himself? Marmathok. It's funny. You need a prayer level of 10 to exercise the spirit. Thok not listen to angry spirit. Spirit go. Oh, I wish I could see my skills. You need a prayer level of 10. Spirit go now. Apparently you don't need a prayer level of 10. That's really funny. Just running away from me. Weaker than Thok. Namby-pamby. Coward in armor. Yeah, I love that they like messing around with perception in these quests. These sagas are really good so far. I've liked all of them. Ugly. Here, this is, oh, this silver curvy thing is just a key to open a door. That's funny. Yeah, this seems mostly just like a standard dungeoneering dungeon, so I'll make you watch this whole thing. I'll come back when something fun happens. And crunchy rune rocks. 5,000 crunchy rune rocks. Eat. Kills you for 1 HP. That's good. Smelt a glowy thing. Enemies are pretty last. Thok will smash them for pretty last. Marm do this normally. What did Marm do? Put crumbly stuff in and got metal bricks out. Where Thok find crumbly stuff? The oddly shaped table. That's really good. Yeah, I love that everything is just called crumbly stuff, and like that's really funny. Why no metal bricks? Fire faulty. These guys actually get their full names. Thok blocker. Answer me this riddle and I'll let you pass. The blunt force I provide is surprisingly constructive. Thok's fists. No, answer is Thok's fists. Should Thok show you? Well, yes, you're right. Thok's fists are the answer to my riddle. Fantastic. I don't know why that texture keeps glitching. That wasn't happening before. Orange stick thing. Stay away, vile creature. That looks like a more interesting boss than the boss you usually fight in that room. I hate that skeleton boss. But you feel like a fool Ega now. Okay. What Thok thinks he's saying. What Thok actually said. Marmorous has been injured like unicorn in hunting season. Okay. The walking ice cube. I had a phone call him back. Makes me to believe all that, do you? Oh, tiny brother, why do you doubt Thok? So many powerful monsters on one dungeon floor? Perhaps exaggerate a bit. It would be funny if it was like supposed to be all the bosses. I guess I accidentally went on the critical path instead of doing all the optional stuff, so we'll see if it yells at me here. Armor solved all the puzzles. Thok's puzzle solving involved hitting them until they submitted. Okay, yeah, so I didn't do the whole thing. But I think it's fine. I think the quest still reflects as complete. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna go back in, do it again. Kind of unfortunate. It's hard to tell whether you're doing the full content or not. Oh yeah, I guess I already have the damage device, which unlocks Nadir. Okay, good. But I'm gonna pop in here and try to get 100%. I'll just show you the new stuff that I skipped last time. It is annoying I have to do this whole fight again, but hey, I'm learning how it works at least. I might just follow the wiki guide in the future when I do sagas. I know there's only like 2 more sagas in the game, but that'll make sure I don't accidentally clear it and then have to do it again. Okay, so I guess I have to take this key back first. Puzzle Thok could do. Marm would be proud. Oh, is this the one where you just, like, kill everything, basically? Activate Big Rock. Pretty funny. Funny when you click on it, it says the rock is 53% shiny. Puzzle's not so hard. Don't know why I'm Marm making a big deal out of them. I guess when you do the full quest, it's just like you kill every boss all on the same floor is what they're getting at. It's pretty great. Coward with bow. Okay, there we go. I'll tie you up in a bow. Adds his fingers to his trophy bag. What is that horrible beast? Get it away. It played like a horror sound effect that I missed. The room is too weak for Thok to go through. Thok find other way around. Ferret of Doom, level 9001. Really funny. For 9,000. No need to go in there. This is the lights out puzzle. I can remember this stupid puzzle from when Marm did it. He's just gonna force it. You force the tile. You have no idea how to imbue the tiles. You apply some brute force instead. These silly tiles not so bad, they tickle. It's really funny. He's strong, but not as strong as Thok. Yeah, no kidding. Charge you for fighting lessons. Aha. Okay, to the blue wibbly thing. Yeah, the idea of a run where you basically fight like nothing but bosses. Cow thing's armor. The weapon's not strong enough. I think when I fought this before, eventually you just like kill it. You don't need to use the pickaxe, which you probably need to do here. Oddly shaped stick. There it goes. Okay. Armor destroyed. Thok, hope you didn't mind such a defeat. I think this is the last thing I missed last time. Another boss here. Guy's super easy in normal mode. Yeah, wow. EOC. You shouldn't have portal your effort into silly tricks. Apparently that guy's supposed to have an attack that's really dangerous, the Warped Galega, but I just kill it in one hit, so it's fine. You have to kill the walking ice cube to get the thing to numb the pain from Marmaros. He doesn't do his normal attack here. Okay, 100% on a bridge. There we go. There we go. Completed Thok it to him. Strength versus not strength. Does it like give you strength anyway? You made a mistake, you mean strength. Thok only teach strength. Thok is strong. No need for other skill than strength. It's really funny. Thinking like Thok make you mighty. Thok it to him is another dungeoneering saga. All the sagas so far have been awesome, and this one is no exception. Thok and his brother are a dungeoneering duo. Thok is kind of a meathead idiot tank guy, and his brother is the puzzle solver. You start by playing as his brother in the Stomp boss fight, probably one of the most annoying boss fights in dungeoneering, after which Marmaros gets knocked out and Thok has to save him. The quest suggests that Thok is an unreliable narrator because when you play as him, you fight like 10 different bosses on the same dungeoneering floor. And there's a lot of gags, like all the enemies are renamed to what Thok perceives them to be. There's a bunch of skill challenges that you just skip by being Thok. So like there's like a door that requires you to have a prayer level of 10, and he just intimidates the door into opening. And somebody gives you a riddle, and you just intimidate them into letting you through instead of having to solve the riddle. It's really good. He just solves everything with brute force strength. It feels like a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. It's really, really funny. It sounds like there's at least one more Thok saga, so I'm really looking forward to that. Let's get to the next quest, which is terrible. Next quest is, I think, a sequel to Kenneth's Concern, which was a quest I really disliked. It's following up Slugs, so let me go check that out. This quest is partially voice acted. We suggest keep your sound on to get the most out of it. This is our first voice acted quest, is Salt in the Wound. Oh, hey, Kenneth's down here. So he's older now. He's not a little kid. I assume it's the same Kenneth since it's a slug quest, right? This did require Kenneth's Concerns. That came out in 2008. This quest is 2011. Kenneth, is that you? You look taller. People grow, don't they? It's not that unusual. You're much taller. That's it? That's it? You just grew? What are you doing here? Guy in white armor said I could find you here. Sir Tiffy. Sir Tipsy. Yeah, sure. Meet you somewhere a little more private. It didn't seem like it was necessary for you to teleport there, sir, but thank you. Get the others involved. Others? Or this is a dungeoneering quest. That's actually kind of interesting. What's going on here? Savant found out a way to beat the slugs once and for all. I still can't get over how tall you are. You get over how old you are. How do we stop the Queen's mind control? Girl can tell you more. Damned mages, their magic and teleports. How do you want to respond? Polite or plain? Did you say Uncle Tiffy? What are we doing at Demonheim? Located a strange beast in the dungeons. It has its own hive mind, which should counteract the Slug Queen's mind control. Okay. Wait, there's misogyny in Gielinor? I don't think other quests have suggested that that's the case at all. Yeah, because Kenneth said something kind of like, he was like, hope she's not playing with her hair. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the entire Void Stairs back quest almost exclusively features women warriors, right? You're looking healthy. Would you like to see some fruit? What's a fruit? On a mission? Experience in explosives. Oh yeah, the Rubium ore. Okay, so I talked to both of them. What's the next stage with Eva? Okay. Let's go. Foxtrot Tango Whiskey. For the win. Oh yeah, that's cool. Floor 13, complexity 4, dungeon size large. There's just other people in here. Oh yeah, difficulty 7-3 overflow.
Fire in the hole.
Hey, voice acting. Oh my god, hacks. Dude. Cutie doll. Leet. That was funny. Give orders to Ezekiel, give orders to Eva, give orders to Kenneth.
Where to, Chief?
What's the order?
Yeah?
Yeah, I got a little UI here.
What's the order?
Where to, Chief?
Oh, I can select all. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. It's like playing an old school CRPG. Ah, that's cool. I'm guessing because of the way this game works, I don't need to control any of them. I can just control myself. Let's see. I'm gonna just have them follow me. All right, that's probably the easiest thing to do. So I guess when they have quests like this, they can have pretty arbitrary requirements. I just had to do like a summoning skill level test. Got a key of some kind. Everything else is locked. I should be able to open this now. What is that thing? Take my shield and draw its attention. I'll sneak around and get to the other side. Who would you choose? Eva? The hell, Kenneth? Tank the caustic gazer. So I guess I control her and it at the same time, basically. It's weird you have to click in the gap, not on the thing you're jumping to. This is pretty janky. Guess I have to like lure it away from me is the idea. Come on. Fucking god, the click zone is awful. At least it doesn't seem to be timed. And giving you the like BioWare CRPG control interface is pretty cool. Great work, Eva. Go to the fishing platform.
Wait, what?
I don't know how well the voice acting is picking up, but it's always been a problem in this game that it's like barely audible. Even when I have it maxed out. Catch up with the others before talking to Bailey. Okay. Catch a live specimen. The blood of a thrall. What's up, Bailey? Oh no. This one has been waiting for your return. Can I borrow some of your blood, please? Talks like a Hanar. One does not feel pain. You don't feel pain? No pain? Prove it. Funny. Thanks for the demonstration. Okay, so I think that means I got the blood from him. Bloodstained glass. Gotcha. What are we doing next? Collect a live sea slug. Fish for it. That's great. I want to take it. What do I have to do? I just need to bring it back. Oh, did I lose it? Hold on.
I see you there.
There it goes. Oh, he stunned it, I see.
Gotcha.
I guess there might have been voice acting in Deadliest Catch as well, which is right before this one. No, never mind. This actually is the first one with voice acting. That's crazy. All right. Combine these now. Serum seems complete. Let's get to the Citadel. Over here. Okay. What should we be doing? Sounds like fun. Talk to the slug thrall, maybe? Busted. Why can't we come in? I'm not a stranger. Release your queen from imprisonment. I wish to pledge my allegiance to your queen. I seek enlightenment in the joining. We met by the lake in Falador. I am your father. I seek enlightenment. I wish to feel, see, hear, smell. Feel? Feel the drips of knowledge. Okay, I'll keep trying. I'll report when I get the right one. Oh, the next one I tried seems like it's right. Speaks our words. I'm not here. You have no problem with me. He's not here. We have no problem with him. Great, Kenneth. Oh, we still have the party interface in here. I wonder if they ever brought this back. This is kind of a neat concept. It's like super unnecessary with EOC, but it's neat. All right, I'm just gonna have everyone follow me here. Oh no. Using the risen corpses of our fallen comrades. Okay. A nearby mechanism will trigger it. Oh, do I have to do something where like I split the party? I can't move, period, is the idea. Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of neat. So it's very BioWare RPG. Oh, my character model has disappeared for some reason. Oops. Now it's back. I guess the way they're doing the controlling the other party members is kind of odd. I actually don't know how I switch back to my character. I wonder if it has voice acting just because they wanted to make it so that when you select a character, they play a voice line like a CRPG. Oh, okay, so someone has to stay in here to pull this, I guess, is the idea. Yeah, they should have put my portrait in the corner. I think that would make a little bit more sense. Oh, this is kind of annoying. Okay. Yeah, although this concept is cool, it doesn't quite work, which is kind of frustrating. Okay, so presumably if I switch to her now, I can pull the lever. It didn't work? Hold on. I have to wait for her to finish. Oh yeah, my summons follow. So I think what's actually happening is like there's like an invisible player that jumps to that character when I select them. Yeah, that's why it feels so janky. All right, it's a aggressive idea. I don't know that it works very well though. Okay, what else is up here? Oh, I have a lever in this room too. Okay, so that's probably how I let everybody in. I'm just gonna catch everybody up one sec. This is actually kind of annoying. Like, as cute as it is to do it, it doesn't really work, and it's not fun. It's neat that they tried to force it in the engine, right? But it kind of sucks. You must gather your party before venturing forth. The whole entire quest exists just to make that joke. I really seem to struggle with getting them all to follow me sometimes. This is another lever puzzle. Okay, I won't make you endure this, but you can already see what it is, basically. I think they had this idea of, like, what if you had to control 4 party members, and what if you had to move them around? And it just kind of, like, degenerates to just pull switches in rooms and knock out villagers. Like, you're not using any of their unique abilities or anything, right? Like, Ezekiel doesn't use his explosives. Kenneth doesn't use his magic. It's very half-baked. Yeah, it's like super janky because what's actually happening, and this was apparent from when my summons were out, I'm not actually controlling him. I'm controlling an invisible character, right? You can see how the camera moves. And then he happens to stand on top of my invisible character, which is how they like simulate it, which is an interesting, like they're trying to make something tricky happen in their engine that really isn't supported by the engine. And I almost always support that in games, but I think this needed to bake a little bit longer. Yeah, and so because of the way the controls work, I'm very correct about it teleporting you. You can see because the camera just like abruptly jumps to wherever it teleported your character because it still has to follow where you are. It's really janky. Okay, there's a note in the quest guide about a bug that can cause you to have to restart the entire quest. So I'm going to follow very closely from this point forward. I think it's actually in the next room, but just to make sure I don't screw it up. I guess there's like a bug where if you kill 2 enemies at once, you just soft lock and have to restart, which would be horrible. Okay, so there's a lever in each of the 4 corners. I see. We got to do a thing so that we can get through. And then there's interstitial levers through here, maybe? No? Maybe only one of us gets through. We'll figure it out. It feels so jarring because like if you've played BioWare type CRPGs before, you're very used to how they're supposed to work, right? Which is where you click the character and then you click where you want them to go and then you kind of smoothly see them run there. But instead, since it's teleporting your character as an invisible person, including your summons, it makes the camera like super janky. Yeah, I guess these levers are kind of a classic puzzle where it's like each lever switches the state of each gate. But that's kind of their only idea for the BioWare control system is gates and levers. Okay, got through the gate. This is the dangerous room, I think. This quest kind of sucks, y'all. I'll talk about it at the end, but I really don't like how it just kind of happens. Story's kind of bad. I like the idea of breaking into a Demonheim dungeon and using the BioWare CRPG controls, but everything else just sucks. Okay, I have to use 3 of them here. It's kind of nice to force me to use them, I guess. It looks like this is just fighting, so I'll report back. Let's try a different angle. So it's paced so strangely. I don't understand. Like, why is it like this? It's pretty funny because of the way it has to have an invisible player that's governing what they do. They have to like, the player has to walk in front of them for them to respond to my input. Character's moving to put his arm in a different hole, apparently. Who designed this thing? Yeah, great question. About time. Okay, that was dumb. Beyond here lies the lair of the Slug Queen. Even like the idea of Kenneth like growing up, but they like completely waste it. We don't know anything about him other than that he like hates women apparently. It looks cool. Apparently this guy never comes back, Mayor Hobb. Yeah, Mother Malum is like straight out of like, you know, Giallo horror. But this quest is like so goofy. But it's not goofy in a fun way. It's goofy in like an incredibly stupid way.
No!
Oh, that's kind of neat though. The player gets taken over and then I have to control them presumably. With the serum.
Let's go, Ezekiel.
Okay. Is it more switches? Oh my god. Oh, there's a guy to talk to. You can't all do that. Okay. Never defeat our queen, are you sure? He still has his mind control powers. Twilight Zone shit.
Looks like a job.
Oh, I actually need to use Ezekiel for something for once. Wow.
Looks like a job for Ezekiel.
Where to, Chief?
This is one of those quests where I 100% know what they were going for. I totally get it, and I just think they completely failed. Like, they're obviously fans of BioWare, right? You know, I think the slug people talking like Hanar from Mass Effect definitely underlines that, along with the you must gather your party to venture forth stuff. There's a couple seeds of good ideas in here, like having the slug queen take over the player character is kind of a fun idea. I hope this didn't like discourage them from ever trying to do this again, because it's a neat concept, just the execution's so bad. Guess I'm going up here. Kenneth is also going up here. There's no like switches in this room, are there? All right. What am I doing? Guess I'm trying to get close to Mother Malum to attack from the side. Get in a position, Ezekiel. Okay. Ready, Kenneth? Always. Oh my god, is this going to be the resolution to this long quest chain? That this horrifying, like, Lovecraftian horror monster is just going to have a rock fall on it? What the fuck? Okay.
What's the order?
Fine by me. Am I literally just running past it? Oh my god, moving is so awkward.
Snap out of it.
Dare touch us.
Bring it on. Oh, not magic.
Oh, she's established she doesn't like magic. That's like her thing.
What's the order?
Don't do it from this angle. Okay. What angle then? From behind? That's it? We're just done now? What the fuck?
Up you get, man.
How are you feeling? They did absolutely no effort to characterize anybody. Like Eva, we learned nothing about Kenneth, right? Everything I've praised other quests for doing the bare minimum on, this quest did not do. And neither did Kenneth's Concern, to be honest, but this is like much worse than Kenneth's Concern, and that was a pretty bad quest. I think this is the worst quest I've ever seen in RuneScape, like, period. And everybody complains about rat catchers, but rat catchers is fine. It's just, the stealth part is annoying. Tell her the truth. That sucks. Maybe I should have lied to her then. Is that it? Are we done? The dumbest quest in the game. Maybe, I guess it could still get dumb. Yeah, does it say it's time to go? Should meet the others outside. Okay. Well done, everyone. We did it. See, I guess Kenneth learned a lesson because he thought Eva did a good job at the end. What the fuck is this quest? It's interesting because, okay, I'm glad that that's over. That was so fucking stupid. That was really dumb. I've seen them do homages to other games before. Like Broken Home is basically a giant Silent Hill plus Resident Evil homage, and it's like one of the best quests ever made in any game that I've ever played. But if this is trying to be an homage to BioWare RPGs, it's bad. Didn't like it. Hope that there's nothing else to do with sea slugs ever again. It was so abrupt at the end. You'll listen to me rant about it more here in the summary if you listen to both. Salt in the Wound is the worst quest I have ever seen in RuneScape to this point. I guess it could get worse from here, but the bar is extremely low now. It's a sequel to Kenneth's Concern, which is a sequel to the general Slug Menace questline. If you'll recall, I really disliked Kenneth's Concern. It felt really weird and poorly executed and paced extremely strangely. Like, I think the core idea was like a Twilight Zone episode, but then it was just really stupid. Despite being developed by a different team, this one somehow manages to top Kenneth's Concern, or bring the bar even lower from Kenneth's Concern, because it's so bad. The premise isn't bad. Like many bad ideas, there is something good at the core of it. The good idea at the core is being heavily inspired by BioWare-style CRPGs like Baldur's Gate. I love when video games try to add something that's a little bit too ambitious for the engine. It happens a lot in MMOs. One of my favorite examples of all time is the quest Broken Home, which Broken Home is trying to make a Resident Evil / Silent Hill-like in RuneScape's janky spaghetti code movement system, and it actually works really well. Broken Home is a great example of that concept done very well and very convincingly. This quest is a very bad example of an homage to BioWare-style RPGs. They try to do the thing where you have a party of 4 players and can swap between them, and they have little voice barks when you select them, but they don't seem to have any ideas for what to do with that other than having you use the different characters to pull levers to open gates. That's like their one idea, and it sucks. And this isn't just a quest that sucks mechanically. I mean, it does suck mechanically. The puzzles are pretty uninteresting. It completely underutilizes the idea of you having 3 different party members that potentially have unique abilities. I think you're one party member with a unique ability. You use that power one time to blow up a wall, and that's it. The story is also incredibly stupid. Like, almost offensively stupid at certain points. The idea is that Kenneth from Kenneth's Concerns has grown up, which that's an interesting idea. You can do something with that. And he now has an adventuring party. Again, that's interesting. You could do something with that. And he wants to break into Dungeoneering because there's a boss in Dungeoneering that can give them a tool to fight the Slug Queen. Again, interesting idea. The other story idea is that the Slug Queen takes over the protagonist and you have to play as your Baldur's Gate style party members to save the day, which is a really neat idea that's executed incredibly stupidly. When I say the quest is kind of offensive, it has a bunch of lines of dialogue from Kenneth and directed at Eva that betray a kind of like weird, uncomfortable mid-90s, early 2000s, like anti-feminist attitude. I'm very willing to be gracious and judge games on a curve, right? You know, give them credit for what they did at the time the game was released. But it has some inappropriate comments from Kenneth about how Eva, the woman character in your party, is just going to play with her hair or whatever. And she makes these kind of out-of-place comments about how everyone expects that she can't succeed as a warrior despite her being a woman, but she's just as good as the men. Again, it's the kind of thing you would say in like a 90s movie, but it doesn't really fit in RuneScape at this point because we've already had dozens of quests developed by women developers with strong women characters where there is no focus on the idea that they face misogyny in this world. Like, it's fine to have a fantasy universe in which misogyny exists and have the characters grapple with that. That's something that, like, you know, Game of Thrones does really well. But we've established that Yellenor has basically moved beyond that. We've created quests that just feature women as people, right? Like the Cave Goblin series does that with Zanuck. The Void Knight series does that with Karasi and Jessica. So really this quest just feels like it's the wrong voice, right? Like all these quests in this game are developed by very different people with very different backgrounds. This one just feels like it's developed by someone who hasn't been paying attention to where the game has been going for the last 10 years, right? It's not a huge focus of the quest, but it's like especially disappointing because you can tell the person leading development on this is really into BioWare RPGs and yet somehow is really, really bad at being as progressive as BioWare is and being as character-focused as BioWare is. There is zero character focus in this quest. Like, it should be interesting to follow what's going on with Kenneth. He has crazy Twilight Zone mind control powers. He just uses them to solve problems in the quest without it developing his character at all. Things just kind of happen arbitrarily. This is more like a sequence of events instead of a series of character story beats like we see in the Dwarf questline and the Cave Goblin questline. And then the quest just sort of ends with Mother Malum, the like big bad of the Slug Menace quest series, a dangling plot thread in old school RuneScape that sounds like it's going to have an incredible payoff. Literally a rock falls on her head and she dies. Which, to be fair, you know, killing a big imposing enemy with a trivial solution is something that could be interesting if executed well, but it is not executed well in Salt in the Wound. It makes me really hope that Old School RuneScape does an alternate history sequel to Slug Menace and actually, does the story justice, because it's just so bad here. Like, go to Old School RuneScape, don't do Kenneth's Concern. Maybe try to do something like Kenneth's Concern, but actually like deliver better on the Twilight Zone episode premise. And then if you're going to do this BioWare party member idea, like do it really well. Like put in the time and the investment to execute it so it feels cool, so it feels like you're actually invested in the 4 different characters, and that each of them have unique abilities that you need to solve the puzzles and stuff, and it's not just people pulling levers to open gates. Anyway, that's Salt in the Wound. Let's do a good quest. Okay, I'm hoping Branches of Darkmeyer is a palate cleanser after that horrible quest. So far, I've really enjoyed everything Mauritania in both games, so I'm sure it'll be good. Okay, so my understanding is this quest is actually supposed to be kind of hard, and there's a phase of the fight that I have to do with melee, and that I could actually die in it for the first time. So we'll see if EOC undercuts this. The fact that I can't use Necromancy definitely helps, but EOC still might make it trivial, so I guess we'll find out. What's wrong? Vanstrom. Oh yeah, so this is like, I guess this is the equivalent to Sins of the Father then. I thought Taste of Hope was a better quest in OSRS than the equivalent quest here in RS3. Anything I can do to help? Branches of Darkmeyer. Pretty high requirements. Cornelius came running to me. Woken in the night to see a shadowy figure digging in the soil. Okay. Enter the cave and face him. All right. Vanstrom's very dangerous. Got it. The cave south of the bank. Be prepared to fight. All right. Don't think I need to be melee only yet. That's going to be later, maybe. Oh, it must be this thing. Cave entrance. Whoa, this place looks cool. Letter on the ground. Unsealed letter. Safflon Hollow. Oh, is this Venescula? Okay, it's already been spoiled for me that she's a good guy. She's kind of a good guy in Old School RuneScape. I think she dies in Sins of the Father, doesn't she? I guess Lord Draken vaporizes her followers and then takes her at the end of Sins of the Father. So she's not dead, but she's not like an active ally at that point. Okay, so what else is in here? This is coffin. No, I'm scared. Oh, is this the Draken medallion? Yeah. I guess it has charges now instead of being infinite. Are we just going back to Veliath then? Or back to the Mire Key, okay. Yo, what's up, Veliath? Found a medallion. Careful with that. Symbol of Draken. Must be of vampiric origin. Also found a letter. I don't think it's Vanstrom. I think it's the trick is that it says it's signed by V, but it's actually Venescula. Take it to Sophalon. Oh, a teletab. That's pretty convenient. Please send me. He's not been himself lately. How did you get here? Got a letter for you. Where did it come from? What do you think? Not sure it's from Vanstrom. Shadowy figure. Yeah, okay. Definitely letting us know that it's not him. There is a scene between Saphalon and Venescula in Sins of the Father. Change one of its destinations to bring you here. Oh, that's nice. Said you were having visions? I do remember the event near the Blood Altar with the Firewatch, yes. Holy energy exploded out of him. What do you think we should do? Sure. Clearing west of the base. Head to an overlooking window north of the clearing before you meet this person. Okay. Directions in my journal. Out of the base, up the stairs, and across to the next building. Go west from there. Okay, I'll just screenshot this and do it. I do like that they keep like navigating this place in every quest. It's kind of interesting to have that as like almost a theme. Wait. I missed something. I climbed up this ladder and there was like a short cutscene, but I couldn't even make out what it was before it passed. Something about seeing some people here. Oh, it's kind of smart. You actually have to close this door to get past it here. I see. Meet up with Vertita, who's here. Okay. Climb up the wall there. I see. Ecritus. Lookout point. Okay, so they're helping me out here. Little girl. Seems like a trap, but okay. Easy way for me to like climb down and get there. Oh, drop down to floorboards. Here we go. Level 424, huh? Firewatch could have gotten me, you know. How do you know my name? What are you doing here? He's the worst vampire besides Draken. Power is nothing compared to mine. Oh my gosh, it's Venescula with the new models. So obviously she stays relevant since she shows up in archaeology. Archaeology is what spoiled it for me. Attack. Can I talk to her now? What is happening? Only has one hit point. I'm obviously not supposed to be fighting her here. I don't seem to be able to talk to her. Maybe this is kind of broken by EOC. Let me check the guide. Take off all armor and attack her again. Okay. Nope, I seem to be... Whatever they tried to do with the attack command in EOC doesn't seem to really work. See if I can drop combat somewhere. Okay, let's try this now. Not here to fight. Not that it would be much of a challenge. What are you doing here? Seeing as I haven't killed you, I'm here to offer my help. How can you help? A dream to destroy Dragon and free Mire Ditch, do you not? Yes. Why'd you want to do that? Dragon's obsessed with a ridiculous old rock. Centuries of boredom can make one feel impulsive. Can't you kill Draken yourself? I haven't thought of that. Firelords wouldn't have it. You plan on freeing Meyerditch. After killing Draken, you could take over as leader. Charming. Have been in the Blood Alchemy Labs? Yes. So naive. Draken discovered the secret of vampires not needing to feed on human blood. He destroyed the evidence because it would shake the foundations of our society. Okay, well, we already got all this, so I must have to be able to get out of here. Why should I trust you? There we go. Haven't been bothered by my Firewatch. Oh, that's kind of interesting. If at the once you start this quest, they don't harass you. You haven't been to Darkmeyer. Center of Darkmeyer, there's a tree. Tree is harmful to vampires if it makes contact. Continuously moving and growing. Its wood is alive and writhing. It's kind of fun. It's kind of smart to put the tree in Darkmeyer, right? So they can defend it. The weapon's far more potent and versatile than the Avandis flail. What's wrong with the Avandis flail? I know you're telling the truth. Take this letter to Cephalon. Okay, is that it? Benesco's offer. Blisterwood tree, harmful to vampires. Weapons would be more powerful than the Avandis flail. Gave me a letter to take to Cephalon. Okay, cool. Guess I can use the medallion to get straight there. That's convenient. Oh, due to the short nature of your teleport, the medallion doesn't use a charge. That's good to know. Back to Cephalon, yo. Was Venescula? I'm okay. She just wanted to talk. He wants to help the Myarchy defeat Draken. Information about my family, my heritage. Speak to Vertita, okay. What do I need to go to Darkmeyer? New member of the Myarchy has ventured there and returned to tell the tale. Has one weak point. There's a drainage gate along the uppermost wall in eastern Meyerditch. Up smoke bombs from the crate in the back room. Take a hatchet to cut logs from a tree. Look for seeds which may be able to use to grow our own. We may come back changed, if at all. Okay. Alright, so I got the smoke bombs. Throw these on the floor to shroud yourself in smoke and keep yourself hidden for a short period of time. Right. What's next after that? Turn along the northern wall of Meyerditch. Using these directions. Okay, I'll screenshot and do it and report back. Okay, I think I found the grate here. About time you got here. Where's this tree? My protection doesn't cover you here. These Firewatch are more independent. Put those smoke bombs to good use and find a disguise. Stay clear of the Firewatch, so they'll still be able to smell you. Okay. Yeah, sure. What did you tell Sophalon? He didn't tell you? Okay. Look for a disguise in the lowest tier. Alright, and I have smoke bombs, 30 of them. Those are Firewatch, who I want to completely avoid. Be able to get something in one of these houses, maybe? Might turn on accessibility. Oh, there's a chest over there. Yeah, I'll turn on interactables. Hold on. Hey, it actually works. Okay, Darkmeyer hood. Nothing. Alright, I guess I just have to find a lot of chests. I'll give it a shot. Smoke bombs are pretty easy to use, it turns out. Able to find anything. Got trousers and helmet. Smoke bomb is more useful than I was expecting. Really just makes you invisible. There's the boots, so hopefully the last one is in the chest in here. Watch out for the Firewatch, though. Okay, let's fix everything. That look pretty cool. Okay, so I think now I can just... When you disguise on and talk to Venescula. Okay. I don't think I need the smoke bombs, but I still have to worry about the Firewatch detecting me. I have all the clothing. What an achievement. Get those logs now. Well, you are stupid vampires. Put my blood mark on you. It'll cover your disgusting human scent and aid in your disguise. Can I go now? No. Mingle with the Firewatch, but they'll recognize you and let you in. You are as subtle as a mutated bloodveld. Oh, is this like a reputation meter? Okay. Your status gain is shown in the blood vial while you're disguised. When it's half full, you can enter the upper tier. Next goes in the middle tier if you need her help. I think Sins of the Father did something kind of similar. Only middle tier vampires will speak to me. What's it like living in the lowest tier? You live like vermin. What's your name? I need to pick a vampire name. Let's do Vlad. Vlad Constantine. Oh, very strange. Want to help me out? What can I do? Fire Lords and Ladies have been sticking their posters all over our tier. Vandalize their posters. Okay. Well, that's a task. What do you do here to this guy? I'm a guard. I guard things. That's thrilling. Yep. Shake your fist at them and they cower in fear. Oh, is this what I need the Gatterhammer for? You have my husband's hammer, but how? Can't you tell? I killed him. I guess I can insult her. Back later for a tithe. Okay, so I get status for that. Can I keep harassing her? He's dead. Because that's how you know to use the Gatterhammer. Okay. Leave me alone. Okay, so I got all the status I'm going to get from that. Okay, I found a propaganda poster here. I think there's supposed to be several of these, if I can track them down. guess you can make them look cooler, or you can make them look stupid. Cat ears is funny. Kind of struggling to find some of the NPCs I can interact with. Have a drink with me. Okay. Gross. May have harmful effects. Yeah, no problem. My life points have been reduced. Can I just heal, though? Okay. Man, I was really struggling to find the last poster, too, but there it is. Okay. Draw a mustache. You have vandalized all the posters and returned to Sanguinus. Okay. Yeah, I ruined all the posters. Okay, we're almost there. I'm just gonna talk to anyone with a unique name, I guess. They should be locked up. I love that everyone calls me Vlad Constantine. It's really goofy. That's funny they let you do that. This guy says, I'm gonna be sent back to the slums for this. Antrim's gonna kill me. He asked me to exercise his blood-filled younglings. They've all run off. Help you get them back. Okay, well, there's one right here. Status each time I find one. Okay, try to find some more. Might need to turn on the highlight for them because they're really tiny and hard to notice. Found another sentinel to talk to. Those wretches couldn't defeat a single ghast. Upper tier will now acknowledge you. Okay, cool. I talk to sentinels again. I guess I can keep doing the stuff in the middle tier since I didn't find all those blood velds. It's a noble Vire. I would have said he should be beheaded. Be gone, you bore me. What do I need to do? I could tell a joke? Humiliate that blood tither. Okay, how does that work? Punch the blood tither. Poor guy. Very good, what fun. Run along and see what happens. It could be hilarious. You die. They really make you be evil in this. It's good. You see anything happen, Vlad? Didn't see anything. I'm not gonna kill him. Oh, I'm getting titles from doing this. It's funny. This is the first time I've been like forced to get a title from main progress. Damn, Randus Draken's just hanging out here. Huh. That's right, he's dead in old school RuneScape because you kill him in A Taste of Hope. I guess he's still alive here. Already calling me Vlad. Pledge your allegiance to the Draken family. How do I do that? I like how they make this really uncomfortable. You gotta do a lot of nasty stuff for the quest. The tone of the Mauritania quests are all really good. Eat after me. I pledge fealty to the Draken family. Thanks, Venescula. Oh, that's 4 status. Another sentinel to talk to. I might have to do all this stuff on the middle tier because I'm not getting a lot of increases here. I see. I get more status if I agree with whatever they're saying. I've spent so much time in this little like alleyway here in old school RuneScape fighting vampires for tasks. Apparently when I was playing it was really, really good for bots to do. The drops were really solid. Vampiric altar. What else is here? This seems significant. Not from around here, are you? Fancy bit of fun? Yes. Use pathetic mites. They overstayed their welcome in Mauritania. We have no use for them, except for sport. I will not murder people. You sure you want to choose this option? Yes, I refuse to kill the Meyerded citizens. Something I do to make you forget about it. A werewolf in the lower tier owes me some money. Go and get it off him, then visit the blood trader and get me 1 bottle of O and 1 bottle of AB. Blood types, okay. There was a thing saying that I needed to bring the Wolfbane dagger if I didn't want to kill citizens, so that must be what that's for, with the werewolf in the lower tier. Darkmeyer blood trader. Excuse me? Non-Mauritanian blood. Mistalin. I don't have any currency that I want. Okay, so maybe I have to do the werewolf thing first. Talk to the campus settler. Guard the operator owes you some money. Okay, so you have the Wolfbane dagger and you scare him. That's cool. Which do you want? I want A, B, and O. Have your blood. Enough status in the aperture to enter the Arboretum. Okay, perfect. Pledge my allegiance to Venescula so I can now enter the Arboretum. You there, Constantine. I think Venescula is more important than I am? Of course not. I hereby pledge fealty to you, Ranus Draken. With a surprise. Okay. So we did do a puzzle like this with the tree. Oh, I like how they like have it bound. It actually looks really good in RS3. I think it looks pretty decent in old school as well. Use your farming skill to determine what the tree needs. Water, light, then nutrition, energy. Okay, so this is a pretty different puzzle than There's a lever. Let me turn off the highlight. I don't really need it now. Arrange the energy shells so the seems to in sequence. Energy will absorbed in rows through the pipes. So I have to have blue and then yellow and then green. How do I move them though? Oh, okay. That's actually kind of impressive. You know, like I was saying in Salt in the Wound, I like when they figure out how to do stuff in their engine that's kind of tricky. I just like when it actually works. This looks like this actually works pretty well. Okay, it took me a while to figure out how this actually works, is that you can only rotate them by clicking the bottom left orb in a group of 4. So this is kind of sliding block puzzle adjacent, so I'm probably going to struggle with it here. I'm going to do my best, though. I need to get it. I need to figure out what the pattern is immediately before the solve, I think. All right, there's blue, and if it is like a sliding block puzzle, then I don't need to care about the top row at all. Hopefully I don't need to use that row for like temporary storage. We gotta get yellow in the next row. There we go, that should be good. And then pull the lever. This is gonna get increasingly more complicated with another row of things. I do like that they're like holding down the tree like this. It's a really like striking visual. Green, blue, yellow, green. Okay, I'm a little bit faster at it now. Green, blue, yellow, green. I need to get the blues already lined up there, I think is the idea. So like that, and then I can rotate them. Okay, yeah. Is a little bit easier than a sliding block puzzle for me to foresee what it wants me to do. Okay, what's next? More complex energy sequences. Oh. Now it's a logic puzzle too? That's kind of cool. Okay. So no water may touch... Blue may not touch blue horizontally, vertically or diagonally. Green may not touch itself. Water and green may touch each other. Yellow can touch anything. Ah. A nice little change based on what actual orbs they give me here. Oh boy. Okay, well I only have 4 green and 4 blue. And they can't touch each other. Well, they can touch each other, but they can't touch themselves. I have to find a way to isolate them first. I probably need to use the yellow to like build a wall, essentially. So I can try to do that. Okay, so I got it into this pattern, which I think will be good for isolating, right? Because I should be able to have a green and a blue, green, blue, green, or blue, green, blue. I'm sure there's multiple solutions to this. Yeah, I think this will work. I just have to make sure that I have them so they're not touching. So I just need to make sure that this yellow pattern stays intact as I move everything around. I'm going to try it now. Ugh, I'm getting close. I need to swap this guy with this guy. Or this guy with this guy. This might actually be a legal solution. I'm not doing the same shape from before, but blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. Yellow doesn't touch anything. Let's try it. Cannot absorb the energy in this order. So what did I do wrong? No water may touch another water. Oh, these greens are touching. Toy. All right. Okay, now I think I got it. That looks right to me. I like this puzzle. It's good. I first saw the orbs and I'm like, oh, is this going to be Mastermind again? It's not Mastermind. They have one more with the whole grid filled up. No light energy may touch water. Light can touch light. Light can touch light. Water can touch water. Nutrition can touch anything. So light's specifically not allowed to touch water. Light's allowed to touch light. Water's allowed to touch water. Okay, the way they summarized it makes sense. So basically, light can touch anything but water. Water can touch anything but light. And nutrition can touch anything. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellows. Yellow is the most constrained. I guess yellow and blue. And if green can touch anything, then I probably have to do the same thing where green is acting as like a wall. And if that's true, I should have more greens than everything else. And I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I have to do some kind of configuration where the green is walling everything else off. Let me try to make that happen. Okay, so I think this pattern will work. I can keep these 4 blues in this corner. Then I just need to get this to be all yellow and these 3 to be blue. I think that that's a solution. For whatever reason, that one was actually easier for me to do than the first one. Maybe it's because I've got practice now with how rotating them works. Okay. There we go. Blisterwood logs. Constantine? How you doing in there, bud? Uh-oh. That so-called Vlad Constantine. I don't think he's one of us. Oh, is this how we kill Rhaenys? I like making him a boss. Yeah, okay. Having an NPC deal with him. That's why I liked him in Old School. He's a good boss in Old School too. These don't have any seeds. Just say you did it. The other vampires be infuriated by his death. Get another teleport here. Thanks for that. Everybody's always enchanting my amulet. Okay. Where does it want me to go? Kill Rhaenys. I can use to get to the barrows in Darkmeyer. Okay, that's really helpful. Saphalon's gone. Disappeared. Leader Saphalon is absent. We must continue to strive for the monarchy cause until he returns. Got some logs. There are no seeds. They don't know how the tree grows. Rhaenys worked out who I was. He trapped me. Venescula killed him. Maybe able to trust her. Vanstrom knows about the base. You guys should probably run. They're doing a good job of making the vampires out to be like an impossible force to overcome. Be happy to dispatch one of the Myarchy's most fearsome opponents. Okay. Create weapons from your blisterwood logs. Master of all forms of combat. You create weapons for each style. Melee, ranged, and magic. Really? I thought it was just melee. Attaching 2 silver sickles to the melee weapon to give it a bit of an edge. Take my bottle of holy water. Maybe useful if you weaken him enough. Okay. Or any paper evidence he may have of our whereabouts. Thanks. Any sickles I could use? Any advice? The area around him started to become dark. I turned and looked away. When I looked back, the Juvenant was dead. Oh, okay. That's cool that they actually give you an in-story explanation of a fight mechanic. Knife, I assume? Okay, so I don't want to make 3 of them, so we do 1. Staff, not 2, please. And then I can do stakes, but I guess I should have gotten more logs. Maybe it's because they added offhands. Okay, I have to use... Oh, I guess I already did. That's why it limited me making it, because I needed to have the sickles. I see. Okay. Alright, gonna try to gear up here. I think I need the holy water, but I don't need anything else. I'm gonna try doing it just with the polearm. Okay, I think I'm gonna give this a try. I have a pack yak with a ton of food. I have to avoid some of his nastier attacks, I guess. He's here somewhere, I just don't know where. Oh, that might be him there. Here we go. All right, let's see if it's actually hard. Let's herald his pet. Splash holy water on the Bloodveld. Okay. What a pleasant surprise. Disappointment to the Myarchy. Myarchy mean nothing. I do like the arena for the Vanstrom Klaus fight in Old School. Yeah. This is something we learned in Old School as well. Okay, here we go. Well, he doesn't really hit very hard initially. Oh, wow. Never mind about it maybe being a challenge. I guess he has some nasty attacks, but... Get a phase 2. Splash holy water on him. Okay. Guess he has to take damage from the holy water here at the end. I'm so sad how much EOC is undercut. This seems like this was a cool fight. It's a really cool fight in Old School. It's got some cool voice lines. Ouch, damn. What's up? I'll deal with Vanstrom's pets. Oh, having me control Venescula? That's fucking cool. And she has kind of GCD combat. That's pretty surprising to have you play as her. I really over-prepared for that fight. Like, I drink potions and everything. Really was convinced that it might actually be difficult. What a fool I was. Okay. Writing his papers. Soul Split even made a difference, to be honest. Like, I wasn't taking any substantial damage from him in the first place. How do you feel? Anstrom's dead. I've never felt better. I like how they have Saphalon enchant the amulet and then Venescula enchant the amulet, right? Let me pass. They're still ending this on a bit of a cliffhanger. I think every Mauritania quest in Old School ends very bittersweet. Go to Veliaf. Okay. Should be able to do it quickly now. I'm so bummed about that quest. I was really looking forward to, like, finally a quest with that, like, hasn't been undercut by EOC. But no, it died, like, instantly. Even using the tier 70 weapon that they gave me that I was required to use, I didn't even have, like, extra high-quality gear, right? Getting to Bird of Rot quickly is pretty huge. That was very annoying to get here into Barrows before I can remove... I have a Barrows teleport right now. Yeah, I brought this pack yak. I didn't eat a single piece of food or take a single sip of prayer potion. Ugh. The only thing I've encountered that's challenging, I guess, Calphite King, which I haven't gotten a kill on because it seems pointless, and the Ambassador. It just seems like it's a totally different game at that point. Vanstrom is dead. We're in more danger than ever. Cool. Yeah, other than the boss being trivialized, that's not the quest's fault, right? That's EOC's fault. I really like that quest. It was really good. And I got an XP book, it looks like. Okay, well, that all goes probably on agility, actually, because I can do Herblore just fine. Right on. Branches of Darkmeyer is a much better quest than Salt in the Wound, which isn't saying much, but it is an interesting Mauritania quest that follows up Legacy of Seergaze. If you'll recall, Old School RuneScape and RS3 branch off after Darkness of Hollowvale. The sequel to Darkness of Hollowvale in Old School is a quest called Taste of Hope, where you fight Rannis Draken. It's a really good quest, and its sequel, Sins of the Father, is even better. RS3's Legacy of Seergaze, which is what we have instead of Taste of Hope is kind of underwhelming in comparison. This one's a little bit better, though. It kind of corresponds with Sins of the Father, in that you learn a lot about Sophalon, and you get access to Darkmeyer for the first time. Basically, Sophalon gets a letter from a mysterious vampire called V. Everybody thinks that it's going to be Vanstrom Klaus, but it's actually Venescula. Venescula says that through their blood alchemy system, they've come up with a way to make blood that doesn't require them to, like, keep human slaves to blood tithe with. And she wants to overthrow Lord Draken and basically install a new regime where they don't need to keep slaves anymore. So similarly to Sins of the Father in old school RuneScape, in this quest you have to infiltrate Darkmeyer, get a Darkmeyer outfit, act like a vampire. You end up picking a vampire name, which is pretty funny. I went with Vlad Constantine for my vampire name. They give you a couple interesting moral choices. You basically have to go around and be a dickbag to everybody. Usually it's not like permanent damage, but there is a point where you can choose to murder a bunch of Meyerditch civilians or do a more difficult side quest to avoid murdering them. I decided to avoid murdering them. Like Sins of the Father, you're trying to make a Blisterwood successor to the Evandus Flail. I kind of like that old school makes that an upgrade to the Evandus Flail instead of saying this is even better than the Evandus Flail. It's just kind of neat to have that iconic item. But to get to the Blisterwood tree, you have to appease everybody and then do kind of a complicated puzzle where you restore nutrients to the tree using your farming skill. After that, you're caught by Ranus Draken. Venescula just shows up and unceremoniously executes him. I do prefer actually getting to fight him like you do in old school RuneScape. And then you have to prepare for a battle with Vanstrom Klaus, which according to the wiki guide is supposed to be pretty hard. Like the Nomad fight, he's supposed to have a bunch of scary abilities that you have to run away from and avoid unless they do, 70% of your health and damage. But because of EOC, I raffle stomped him. He just died in a couple seconds. I've gotten some YouTube comments before saying, oh, you keep complaining about the game, but you're using necromancy at a high level, which undercuts it. This quest is impossible to do with necromancy. You have to do it with melee, magic, or ranged, and you do it with a weak weapon, the Blisterwood weapon that they give you, and EOC still trivialized it. So it might not specifically be an EOC issue. It could be the combat rebalance they did to bring the other combat styles in line with necromancy. But the point is that basically any combat content that existed before the end of 2012, before the launch of EOC, is pointless and stupid and trivial now. It's kind of a bummer. Looking at the wiki for both fights, it sounds like the Vanstrom Klaus fight in old school RuneScape is significantly closer to what RS3 used to feel like on launch. That fight in old school, I think, is one of the hardest boss fights in any quest. Even though Sins of the Father is only a mastery quest, I'd say it's about as hard as like Fragment of Saren or Galvek, or at least it was when it launched in old school. The quest does end on a cliffhanger. As usual, we know that Sophalon has a special ancestry and that now the Myarchy are in great danger because the vampires have had two of their greatest lieutenants taken out, and now they know that the Myarchy are an actual threat. So I think there's 2 more quests in the Vampire quest line, 1 more Master quest, and then a Grandmaster quest. Super looking forward to how they resolve this. This is one of the most exciting things for me in RS3, seeing how they resolve Mauritania. That concludes the episode. 1 really great saga, 1 absolutely terrible quest, and 1 pretty solid Master quest. Next episode will just be the Grandmaster quest, Ritual of the Majorat, so stay tuned for that. I'm pretty excited. And then soon we'll be in the 2012 quest. We're getting through the years pretty quickly now. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.